So now here we are. This is episode 15.
Woohoo!
Wow.
Milestone, right? No, I guess 15.
Yeah, 15.
25. Like that'll be like.
I mean, 15 still.
That's
I mean,
pretty
that's a lot.
Yeah.
We've been doing it over a year now. So we'll start off, as usual, with a little bit of hard news, right? So that Invisible Man trailer that we saw a few weeks ago, that is out on digital now.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah, so you can get it now.
That looked really good. I thought it looked like a good take on
Is
the
that
Invisible
called
Man.
partial or something like that? Is it
It's called Unsane.
Unseen?
That's it. Yeah.
So that came out on digital on February 26th.
Sweet.
So
We might check
just a
that
couple
out.
days ago.
That looked good.
There's been no news on New Mutants. Seen nothing.
Well, I think it was
That's
killed,
the one
wasn't
that
it?
they're supposed to be scrapping it.
Yeah, I thought it was killed.
But I didn't see
But
anything
you thought possibly
official.
maybe like
Yeah, I didn't see anything official because what I understood is that there's a possible rumors they were gonna
Just
that it was DOA,
put it on
but they
Hulu
were
or
gonna
something.
just dump it on Hulu. Yeah. So I don't know. Haven't heard anything.
Nothing new.
Dark Phoenix released their second trailer a couple days ago. I'm still not going to go see it.
Say, did it tantalize you at all?
Not really. They actually. The thing that annoys me is they flash back. They actually redo what they did in the last one with the Dark Phoenix. The scene where she like kills Professor X by just like disintegrating him. They kind of flash back to that, but she's doing it to Magneto this time. So it's like, well, what's the point? Why even making the movie? You're gonna make the same piece of shit a second time around. So that's disappointing.
I saw The Apostle on Netflix. It was good.
Was it? I that's in my queue. Like I've wanted to watch it. Like
Watch it.
I keep passing by it. I'm like, I want to watch this one. It's like 2.5 hours though, isn't it?
I don't think so.
No?
It's,
I have a couple news ones. Then if you don't hit on them, I think I think I shared it on the website. The Terrifier sequel.
Yes, I heard about
the
that.
The first draft is written.
That's awesome.
So I because they were teasing that for a while there. Is it going to happen? You know,
Yeah.
And actually the guy who plays Art the clown has like a Twitter account or maybe what's the other one? Instagram,
yeah.
and he said something about like looking forward to like shooting the new movie.
Very nice.
Which would be kind of nice. And I know I've been watching the Hulu Into the Dark series. If you guys have watched any of them yet?
I haven't, but I saw the trailer for now the third movie.
Treehouse.
Yeah, Treehouse.
Treehouse looks really good. It actually looks the creepiest.
Yeah.
Of the ones. It actually comes out tomorrow night. And the guy who's like the main star in it, I don't know if you've ever watched It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Yes.
It's one of the McPoyles. It's not Liam, the other one. It's one of the McPoyles. He plays the main character.
Interesting.
Yeah, and it actually looks pretty creepy. So I've they've had one each month. I think I missed the November one, and I think I missed the January one. But I've liked each one thus far, and this one looks probably the creepiest.
I'm gonna watch them. The thing is, I have been so into watching all other shit. Like
that is a problem.
Yeah, I just finished Legion season 2.
I heard great things about it.
God, was it good?
I heard great things.
It was a major brain fuck.
That's on Hulu, right?
Season. Yeah.
Okay.
And they just posted it last week.
Okay.
I
gotta watch that.
Already killed it. Velvet Buzzsaw.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God, that was fucking amazing.
Was it?
Another amazing.
I thought that looked
Listen,
really good
Netflix, too. First of all, Netflix is killing it
Yeah,
because
it's like
Velvet
first on my
Buzzsaw was fucking amazing. And then I also watched Umbrella Academy, which
I heard that's really good too.
I binged it in 3 days.
That's like fantasy, right? Like
That's
kind of like
it's like X-Men.
X-Men-ish.
It's based on a graphic novel by what's his name, Gerard Way, the singer of My Chemical Romance.
Oh, sweet. Yeah, I haven't heard a bad word about that show yet. Everybody I've heard has either binged watched it or is watching it and loves it.
I have the first 2 graphic novels.
Okay.
And the third one they're in the middle of publishing now.
Okay.
And supposedly he has a contract with Dark Horse for 8 more.
Oh, sweet. So was this first season? Was this the first graphic novel, or was
they actually combined? They changed it quite a bit.
Okay.
But that's because the graphic novel is so bent off of reality.
Okay.
I think it would be impossible to make a TV show out of it.
All right.
So they kind of brought it down to earth a little bit, put a little more sanity into it, and they combined elements of the first 2 graphic novels into the storyline. Even so, it was pretty amazing.
That's
I
what
was
I've heard.
impressed by it. And people now, so Netflix obviously has statistics. They know how many times you watch a movie or watch a TV show.
Right.
They're saying this is the second largest or second most watched TV series besides Friends that has showed up on Netflix in terms of how many times people watched.
And it's only been out like 2 weeks, I think,
Yeah.
right? Maybe 3
weeks.
Maybe
So
3,
it
yeah.
beat House on Haunted Hill. Or
What do you mean?
Haunting of Hill House.
Haunting of Hill
Haunting
House?
of Hill House, yeah.
In number of watches, yes. In the first 3 weeks, yeah.
Wow.
People, as a matter of fact, Gerard Way posted on Instagram yesterday. He was thanking people because he said Netflix gave him the numbers. And he said some people, a vast majority of people have watched it at least 4 times.
Wow.
So to me, that's like,
I don't
you
like
just watched it
watching
once?
anything.
what was it?
Have you just watched it once thus far?
Twice, because
Okay.
I watched it once with my daughter and then once with my sister.
So was there stuff in the second run through that you caught? That you
Yes.
didn't? Okay.
Yep.
So maybe that's why people are watching it the second
There's
time.
so much going on in some of the scenes that it's
Okay. So
when
you
watch-
catch stuff.
Yeah, just like in House on Haunted Hill. Right?
Gotcha,
You know,
gotcha.
you watch it once or twice, and suddenly you catch those little things in the background that you did not see
And-
previously.
And Velvet Buzzsaw, that just came out last week, I think, right? I think I just saw the
Yeah,
It's been
like the
out a
trailer
while.
for that.
I think that's been 2 weeks.
Oh, has
also.
it been 2?
Yeah, at least 2 weeks.
That was the was it called Nightcrawler, the photographer? Like,
Yeah, that dude,
Jake Gyllenhaal.
Jake Gyllenhaal.
but
Yeah.
it's the same director and writer. I
Oh, is it really?
think. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah,
Well,
I
then
thought
that
it
kind
looked,
of makes sense because the
He's in
I thought it
Jake
looked pretty good.
the
Gyllenhaal's in it.
cinematography was pretty good.
Yeah.
The storyline was absolutely freaking amazing.
Yep.
The horror scenes were pretty good, pretty gross and bloody and
Sweet.
terrifying.
yeah, I just saw
Um,
the trailer for that. I
I was very impressed by it. I didn't know what to think at first, but looked pretty good. And then I binged on Maniac too, which that one was depressing.
oh, that's
but
the one with Jonah Hill, right?
Yeah, that one was fucking depressing, but it was good.
I'll pass.
Yeah, I think that was the problem. Like when I watched it, I'm like, I don't know. I don't know if I
It
want
was
to be depressed.
depressing. Yeah, it was very depressing. Yeah, that was one that even after watching it, I felt a little strange walking away from it because it really fucked me up. Also, today in the news, IndieWire reports that Jessica Chastain, who's in It Chapter 2, says It Chapter 2 features 2 of the most bloody scenes ever used in horror movies. So I'm assuming it's like Evil Dead 2. Remember the scene where the blood just...
Yeah.
Yeah, the whole cabin was just like.
Because when I think of the bloodiest scenes, I think about the wave of blood from Evil Dead 2, and I think about Nightmare on Elm Street,
The
Johnny
bed,
Depp getting
with the
pulled
bed,
into the
yeah.
bed, and just the blood shooting
just
up out of the
like,
bed.
like a blender just
Yeah.
opened up the top and.
Yeah. To me, those are like the 2 bloodiest scenes
Yeah.
that I can remember.
Yeah, I
And
agree.
maybe even on top of that, but it didn't involve people, was...
Kill Bill.
no, what's a... The Kill Bill was good, but there wasn't a lot of blood, but there was plenty, with the cutting limbs off and shit.
Yeah.
But I'm thinking The Shining, the elevator.
Oh
When the
yeah.
elevator opens and just floods
Yeah.
the room with blood.
Yeah.
But that one didn't have
But
any
so
people
she's
in
saying that.
More than that.
Wow.
Well, that.
I like it.
Yeah.
I'm excited. I'm excited to see that. Also, my therapist, I talked to him about some of the movies that I watch and whatnot because he likes horror movies too. And I told him, months ago about when we watched Hereditary.
Mm-hmm.
And he watched it, and he literally texted me while watching it, I hate this fucking movie. He said it made him so anxious.
Yeah.
I'm like, right?
It does. Yeah. Right.
He's like, I fucking hated it.
Yeah.
He goes,
Because there's that like really like faint like hum that goes on
Yeah,
like during
yeah.
a lot of the scenes, and you're like, am I hearing that?
yeah, and he
Or-
says he just like us realized that the story was taking a wicked turn when you see the mother floating in the background when the kid's in the room.
Yeah, you're like,
what the fuck? And then she swims across the room, and you're
yeah,
like,
because
what
at
the-
first you just kind of think that they're losing their minds, like it's just this
Yeah,
family
like a
tension.
psychological thing.
Yeah, and then all of a
all
sudden, what the?
why the fuck is she up in the corner of the room? So that was good. When he called me, I laughed. I'm like, all right, good. He goes, and then when I went to my next therapy session, he was saying, yeah, I talked to my kids about it, and they told me I shouldn't watch it because it was really bad. And he said, yeah. He said, I literally lost my breath when the girl got her head taken
Oh,
off. He was
yeah.
like, I couldn't breathe for a minute. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
And I said,
everybody was like that.
I
too.
said, that is the scene where in the theater I went, what the fuck?
Yeah, I yelled it out loud. I was like, "Oh shit!"
Yeah, it's like,
That's
holy
probably the most intense scene in movies. Period. I've ever
Yeah, because I
we
think
just don't even expect it.
No.
She's having a anaphylactic shock and
Yeah.
she's
Oh, and
not
he's-
able to
and he's
breathe.
smoking because you could sort of
yeah.
Yeah,
He's coming. He's trying.
He's
He's trying to
smoking
sober
weed,
up
so
as he's
he's-
driving her home because she's not breathing properly.
Yeah, and he's panicking because number one, he's high.
Yeah.
His sister is having a fucking
She ate the peanuts.
yeah, and he's freaking out, and as she sticks her head out the window, and bam, and just you're like, what? The?
And yeah.
that was crazy, wasn't it?
Yeah,
That's like I said. That's probably the.
And
most
then I was
intense.
that kid. Like I was sitting there like, what do I do?
yeah,
Like what do I do?
yeah, and that's what my therapist said. That gave him the most anxiety because he's like, what do you do in that situation? What do you do?
You
And
leave
then
your body
he
in
said
the
it.
car and go to sleep.
He said the same thing that I thought, which is when the kid just drove home and parked the car.
I went to bed.
That was not that was not the thing you would do,
Yeah,
right?
no.
That's like fuck. Yeah, so
I mean, I guess that's not what I would do, but I've never been in that kind of situation.
I don't
so-
know what I would do.
I don't think I'd do that, but
I don't know. I don't know. I might drive to the hospital and go. I don't know.
she ate some nuts.
Yeah, something's wrong.
Allergic reaction.
Someone check out my sister. She was unable to breathe.
Because she's missing a head.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Oh man.
Uh,
Oh shit. Yeah. So I didn't do enough research on horror movie news, but at least when I read that one, it was an interesting little interview with her.
In video game, there was a game called The Sinking City. It's sort of Lovecraft-ish.
On what platform? That's PlayStation.
Yeah, Xbox, PlayStation. That got the release date got pushed.
oh, yeah.
It's supposed to come out this month, I think. Yep.
I'm still contemplating watching the new Halloween. It's out on digital now.
I
but
saw that,
Didn't
yeah.
get it.
I almost did.
I'm kind of should I? Shouldn't I? I heard mixed reviews. Some people tell me, "Oh, it was really good." Other people tell me, "Nah."
I was.
In fact, one person said to me, "Do you ever watch the YouTube channel where they do real advertisements for movies?" Like
No,
the
I've never
truth,
watched it. Mm-mm.
and they say nasty and bad things about the movie.
Okay.
He said, "Watch that about Halloween, and then
And that's pretty accurate.
yeah." He goes, "You'll pretty much understand why you probably shouldn't watch it."
Yeah, I was deciding the other night between that and Bohemian Rhapsody, and I watched Bohemian Rhapsody instead because I just, I don't know.
Yeah. Sam Raimi's working on a new movie.
Nice.
Oh, we talked about the Evil Dead video game, right?
Yep, Evil Dead video game is in production. I don't know when it's slated to come out though. But yeah, I'm eager to see that one.
Oh, that thing you shared where he was doing the introduction to Army of Darkness.
Yes,
That was sweet.
that was good, right?
That was nice. Yeah, I like that.
We can't call it Evil Dead 3. The movie companies don't like that. Also, I watched True Detective season 3.
How is it?
Wow.
I really hated season 2. Like I couldn't even finish season
couldn't
2.
finish
It's good.
episode 2 of that. This one was amazing.
Okay.
This one's right up there with number 1.
All right. Okay. Because I really loved 1.
Oh no, it's good.
Yeah.
And then about 5 episodes into season 2, I'm like, I'm not watching this anymore.
Even the closure that they gave of this season, at the end of the season, the last episode,
I'm a few behind.
just
Yeah, I'm a
great.
few
Okay.
behind.
I
I
like
was watching it live every time.
I
it
like
came
that
on.
dude. I forget how to pronounce his name.
Ali?
Masherashal.
Ali,
Marciano Cherry something.
Ali, isn't it?
Yeah, his
Ali is his last.
Yeah,
name.
I got his last name. The first name I can't.
Oh,
you know,
I call him Mark.
Mark. There you go.
Mark Ali. But yeah,
There you
he's
go.
a great actor. He's the voice of the uncle in the new Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. So he's a great actor.
I think the
And
first thing I
his,
saw him in was House of Cards.
His partner's pretty good too.
In the movie, or
Yeah, in the show, The True Detective.
oh, okay.
He has a cop partner,
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
3 from Hell.
Lieutenant West.
Did you hear any dates yet?
No,
no,
I
but
they wrapped up
somebody-
production,
One,
right?
yeah, they
just-
wrapped production. Post-production's done. It's
I
about
saw
ready.
They showed a cameo of somebody. I guess.
Yeah, it's
Sid Haig?
Barry Bostwick.
Barry
Bostwick.
Bostwick.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's in 3 from Hell. There's a cameo
Nice.
from him.
Yep.
Also, the one character we loved from 31,
Yeah, Doomhead.
Doomhead is in 3 from Hell, and he has a large role.
Nice.
So apparently he heard all the fans saying that's the dude you should have. So he's in it.
Nice. Yeah.
It's a good thing.
You know, if he doesn't get killed in this one, maybe he could spin off into his own his own flick.
Even if they do, maybe they can do like a prequel. How did he get to be the crazy dude that he was, right?
Yeah, right. That would be all right. I would watch that. He was such an interesting character.
I don't know. You said there's no release date on it, huh?
Yeah, it should be. It's got to be this year, right? Like, I mean,
That's what I thought, but I saw nothing. He has posted nothing, so I don't know. I know that they're starting to promote it, but I didn't see any release dates or trailers for that matter.
Yeah, I've been I every couple days I kind of go on and just say, you know, like 3 from Hell trailer and nothing.
They announced the new Hellboy, rated R.
Nice,
Good.
Good call.
And also, Blumhouse is working on a new movie called Run, Sweetheart Run that includes the villain from Overlord, the guy that played the villain.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, so
nice.
that'll be interesting too. Blumhouse, great independent distribution for
I like Blumhouse.
Independent horror movies.
Yeah.
Really killing it. All right, this month's top 5. It was actually more difficult than I thought it was.
You know, there could be some in here where they're not considered humanoid.
It's a blurry line.
It
There's
is.
a blurry line.
So, you know, if you guys don't think that what I picked is humanoid, then, you know, fuck off, because
Whatever. It's fine.
Let me quickly look and see who goes first this week because I can't remember.
All right.
Yeah, I can't either.
I tried my best, and I found some movies that I really like that I included, but, you know, whether or not you consider them humanoid or not is sketchy. I tried to go with, you know, human aspects like bipedal, you know, language. But
they had to be malformed in some way, so they're not human; they're humanoid, right?
Okay, well, but androids would count.
Or human-like, yeah. Androids would count, right? Not
right? Yeah. So
they're humanoid.
Yeah. All right. So I think I'm good. Hey, you know what else is good? I shared that one horror short from Hulu with the little kid that gets eaten by the bear at the Chuck E. Cheese.
Yes.
They got quite a few of those, like just kind of like horror shorts on Hulu that are pretty good. I forget what it was called, but it's only like 3 minutes long. Something like Brad at Chuck E. Cheese, and he's like,
all right. I'm first this week.
Okay. You're right there.
There I am. All right. So I'm going to start off with, again, it was difficult.
Yeah. I'm not going to judge anybody if their humanoid is not what I would consider humanoid.
All right. This one is questionable. Number 5, Toxic Avenger. Is it really a horror movie?
You know
it's
what?
kind of a
It
cheesy,
is.
campy B horror
It's
movie.
campy horror.
It was always in the horror section.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Troma Pictures always had some great
There's
little
some gross,
goofy movies.
There's some gross stuff that happens in it.
Absolutely.
Like you have to consider it horror. It's
and
not,
he qualifies as humanoid, right?
yeah, definitely.
All right.
Definitely.
That's my number 5. My number 4, The Hills Have Eyes. Wes Craven, fantastic movie. And they were all it's a nuclear
Mutants.
waste.
Yeah, they were
right?
mutant.
Because of nuclear waste, they got
Yeah,
mutated.
and actually, the original was really good. And I thought they did a really good job with the
I
remake,
never
too.
watched a remake because I was faithful to
The remake's actually really
Wes
good.
Craven and his original vision.
The remake is good.
Maybe I'll watch it someday.
It is
I don't
good.
know. My number 3 is Prometheus.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Because we have the
Yeah.
engineers, humanoid, right?
Right, yeah, definitely.
Whether or not they were the villain because you only had him at the end, right? But it was hard to come up with one, but that's what I picked. My number 2, Chud.
Yeah.
Cannibalistic humanoid underground dwellers. I remember the day I rented that video and watched it with my friends. We had a sleepover at my house. We had some chips and popcorn, and then we watched this movie, and it was very gross.
It was definitely like your 80s, typical 80s horror movie.
Yes.
You know, it was good. I liked
It
it.
scared me because I had one of those manholes
Yes.
outside of my house.
Yes.
With the lid on it.
Yes.
Yeah, right?
I was like, oh my God.
Yes. During the summer, every time we were walking home from
Yep.
my friend's
You have to worry
house,
about that
it
manhole.
would be like, Chud,
Yep.
don't walk on the manhole. Yeah. So, yeah. And my number 1, The Thing.
Okay. Yeah. That was one of those ones that I was hesitant to include because I wasn't sure. But yeah,
Because, right?
That like spider with the human head on it.
Yeah,
It
but the
was
thing is, he was human, right?
Right.
He disguised as a human.
right.
so-
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
No,
All right.
I
John Carpenter, masterpiece. All right. Go ahead.
All right. So again, these are things that in my head, I thought I could figure out a way that they were considered humanoids. So we'll just go with it. Creature from the Black Lagoon would be my first one.
Absolutely.
He was like a giant fish man, right?
Yeah,
Like
absolutely.
It was a classic horror.
I remember watching it 3D,
Now,
man.
this one is probably a reach, but again, my rationale for it was Gremlins.
No, that's
Yeah,
absolutely.
why not?
They're bipedal. They
Yep,
talk.
Yep, and they're almost like miniature humans, right? They're
Yeah,
just,
like
yeah.
that was. I was like, they can talk and they're bipedal and they had emotions. So it's a great movie. And actually, I just saw that they're remaking Gremlins.
Yeah, I did see that too.
I forgot to mention that during our.
Yeah. There was just a post on one of the horror things that I've
For when that movie came out, it had great effects.
I thought it was great.
It was a really
I
good
loved
movie.
it.
Yeah.
I know that that guy, what's his name, that hosts The Talking Dead,
Chris Hartwick.
Chris Hartwick, has 4 of the original Gremlin
Really?
special effects models. Yeah.
Oh, sweet.
He bought them from somebody, I don't remember who, but he posts pictures of them every now and then because he has the one is the girl with the lipstick. and,
That's awesome.
He has the one that has the straitjacket or the
The
overcoat.
flasher.
Yeah,
The flasher one.
He has the glasses, the overcoat, and a cigarette in its mouth.
That's awesome.
And I don't remember
Those
what
are
the
like
other
the
2 were.
best.
Yeah, but he has 4 of them, and he collects shit like that.
I like the smart
those
one that sat there,
were-
like like narrating all of the different ones.
Well, and he was talking in human. That
Yeah,
guy. Yeah,
yeah.
He's
He had like a
very
British accent or
clear- Yeah,
something.
a very clear human voice.
But he was still a gremlin
Yeah.
because when they were all like going through their like killing frenzy, he
was
still
part of
joined
it.
in. Yeah.
Actually, at the end of what he was talking about, when he came up to the table where he was sitting, he killed someone right there. So,
All right, number 3, another Wes Craven movie, Deadly Friend.
oh yes, I love that movie. I can't tell you how many times I watched it,
and it was
I
such a
loved it.
great movie. Like it was.
That's
like-
like Christy Swanson, right?
Oh,
Oh my
so
god,
hot.
that was like in the peak of her hotness.
And it was the like that little like it was kind of funny because the robot in the movie was called BB.
Yeah.
And it's kind of funny because the Star Wars movie that recently came was BB-8.
Yeah.
And I was like, he was kind of like he looked like a Bumblebee almost in his
Yeah,
design.
yeah.
But so I watched that movie so many times as a kid just
Yeah,
because
so
I
did
thought
I.
Christy Swanson was hot.
Yeah, and again, same thing here. Spank Bank, man. I had
And it
to
was a good horror.
keep refreshing the Spank
And it had
Bank.
the old lady from Goonies in it. Like she was good.
Yep.
Number 2, Species.
Okay.
All right, yeah, absolutely,
Uh,
absolutely.
She was like
The first one was awesome.
Yeah, she was like a hybrid alien human. So like she wasn't really
Yep,
human.
Again, her design, Hans Ruti Giger.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, H.R. Giger. Did
Yeah,
that.
there were some good effects in that movie. Plus, Natasha Henstridge
Oh
was
my God,
like
yeah.
the swimming pool scene. Like she's like, I want to have a baby. He's like, well, all right. Yeah. And then number 1 was The Descent.
Okay.
All right, yeah, okay.
Yeah, those
It was-
creepy bat things.
Yeah, like they were. You
Oh,
could
no,
never
yeah,
really
absolutely.
tell, like if they were like demons or like humanoids or like
No, I think that qualifies.
and that was a creepy ass movie. Besides them, like just being stuck down in that cave and like not
Oh,
being
yeah.
able to get out
yeah.
and like
Yeah.
all claustrophobic. Like it was creepy. Besides those, like and at first I was like, are they even really seeing this shit, or are they just going mad
The
because?
best part of that movie is the chicks.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Yeah. So that was, like again, I wasn't really sure if these,
No, that qualifies. Yeah,
and then I had Chud as my honorable mention
very good.
because it was also a great '80s horror movie.
Yeah,
And I also had The Thing, but I didn't put that then because I wasn't sure.
yeah, that qualifies.
Yeah.
All right.
Awesome, good list.
It's a good segue. Number 5, The Thing.
Oh,
Well, there you go.
We all had that one on the list in one way or another. Excellent,
Yep. My number 4 was Pyramid Head from the Silent Hill.
excellent. All right.
Oh, I don't know that one.
Oh no.
No.
Yeah, Silent Hill. The pyramid head
Well,
is a dude
he
with
used to have
he-
Xbox.
is like
though,
a
so
big
he-
metal head on and
Oh,
he drags
yeah,
a big
yeah,
he
yeah,
drags
yeah.
a big sword with him.
Okay. Yeah.
And he's
Yeah.
shirtless and he wears like a skirt.
Gotcha. All right. I don't think I ever saw the movie, but I remember.
Really? Oh, all right.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was in Silent Hill.
Was it 3 video games?
No, I thought it was 2.
Was
Was it? No, because 2 was the room, wasn't it? What was the one with
No,
the park?
room was. The
2,
amusement park was 2. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was in that one.
Yep.
Yeah.
But he
Very
was in
good.
the movie too.
Yeah,
Yep.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
it
have to
was
watch
really
that.
good.
Was the movie good?
the first one was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To watch that.
Number 3, I went with Alien.
Yeah.
Surprised nobody had-
I actually thought about it
Yeah.
again, and Prometheus kind of,
Well, you think about it now that we know the history of aliens.
Right,
they're
they are.
human DNA.
right,
So,
yeah. So no, I actually that was also in my head thinking about it, and I was like, I didn't, but yeah, definitely.
Yep. Number 2, I went with Pumpkinhead.
Also
Oh,
another,
yes.
also another one that I was considering.
That was
Um,
another one that scared the piss out
Yeah,
of me when it came
it was
out.
good.
Yep.
Yeah.
And he was like, was he a demon? Like that was the thing. Like I couldn't figure out. Do demons count as humanoid?
Yeah, why not?
No.
Yeah, because they're mostly human-like, but
Yeah,
they're
demonic. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, he was a real person to start, wasn't he?
Yes.
oh, was he?
Yeah, and
See,
they buried him, and
oh yeah,
isn't that the one where they bury him and then he came back as Pumpkinhead or whatever?
it's
maybe
been
I'm
forever
mistaken.
since
Yeah, I
I've
don't
seen that
remember.
one. Like,
Yeah, no. But I remember it being like
because
yeah,
that's
it was
like
really
early
good.
'90s, right?
Yeah, it was a long
Really
time
good
ago.
movie back
Yeah.
then, for sure.
Very good.
Number 1, I went with The Fly from the 1980s.
Ah, that's a good one too.
Good one too.
And he starts out as a human, becomes
Brundlefly.
Yep.
a fly.
And 2 honorable mentions, I went with Pinhead, or all the folks from
The
Hellraiser.
Cenobites,
Yeah, the Cenobites.
Yeah.
Very good.
they're creepy,
Yeah.
dude.
Yep.
That was one of those movies that when I watched Hellraiser for the first time, like it disturbed me for quite some time.
And Pale Man from Pan's Labyrinth.
Oh,
yeah.
Very good.
Yeah.
Remember the guy that had the
Yep.
eyeballs?
Yeah, the hands with the eyeballs in them.
When I think about The Fly from the 80s, I think of Rick and Morty being Cronenberged.
Oh yeah, that. And then they found those Cronenberg ones like a couple episodes later, right?
Yeah. I'm very eager to see that come out. They've got an order for 70
I
episodes.
saw that. Yeah,
and they said they're going to probably divide that up into 5 seasons. So-
right. But they're not going to be like 5-year waits in between. They're gonna-
Right.
like yeah,
Right.
which is good. Is the first season supposed to come out this year?
I believe this summer,
nice.
but I was hoping that they would have something ready because last year they did, or 2 years ago when they did
Yeah, it was
season
2
3,
years ago.
they did a April Fool's Day.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
They did the very first episode and they streamed it for 24 hours on Cartoon Network Online. So I was hoping they would do that again, but I doubt that they will.
I can't tell you how many times I've just rewatched old episodes just in anticipation for the new season to come out.
They have so many good episodes. All right, so the movie we're discussing, Unsane.
Now this is a fairly new movie, so we have to make sure that we try
yes.
to.
Well, we will give a spoiler alert if we start talking about.
Because I was thinking about this before I came over, and it's
Hard to talk
because
about,
there's
right?
not a
Right now.
whole
Yeah.
lot that
Yeah.
happens in the movie because it's one location mostly.
Yep.
To not give spoilers, so it's
Yep.
like I was like, man, we're not gonna be able to talk about this movie much if we don't like. So yeah, there's probably gonna be some spoilers in here.
Let me tell you. First of all, the movie came out. What was this? 2015 or 16?
Yeah.
Yeah, or
Yeah,
was it? I
fairly
actually want to say
new.
2017. Like I
Really?
want to say like
Actually,
I think so.
All right, you might be right. Let me just quickly.
Because my daughter and I discussed going to see it in the theater, but it like
Yeah, I think it was. It showed.
it was
I
a
think it's
it was
2000
limited limited release. Like it wasn't like
2,000 theaters, which is I think is a fair amount.
but it was like the times. Like you could go see it at like 4:00 in the afternoon or like 10
Yeah.
o'clock at night. That was it.
Oh, dude,
Yeah.
2018.
2018. Yeah,
I
so
thought it was older than
I knew
that.
it was
It's
newer than that.
crazy. All right. So it came out 2018. It was early 2018. It came out.
Right.
I remember seeing trailers for it and thinking, yeah, it looks pretty interesting. We should go see it.
I think it was a trailer for one of the movies that we went.
I think
to
so.
see.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think we even discussed the possibility of going to see it. But then again,
Yep.
it didn't. It wasn't on
Yeah.
many
Around here, the
screens.
releases were terrible. It was
Yeah.
like
And
two.
they didn't promote it, and it probably just flew by the
Yeah.
radar.
And chances are it didn't have a very big budget. But it was. Let me just say, loved it.
I liked it a
was
lot
great
too.
movie.
Like and it took a while. Like you were trying
It was
to
a
figure
slow
out.
burn, but I'll say this much.
Would you?
I think it was
disagree on
kind of
the
a slow burn because
See,
the
I
first half of the
disagree.
movie, what really went on.
You're just trying to figure out whether she's crazy or not.
Right.
Yeah, but I mean, yeah.
It wasn't until the first half when you actually
But
saw
it
the
kept your
dude
interest, though.
that she
It
was
kept,
her stalker.
It kept your interest. I wouldn't say it's slow burning as far as you like waiting for
no,
something.
not
exciting
like
to
that. I
happen.
mean, slow burn in terms of like
the
just-
story unfolding.
Yeah,
yes.
very
Yes,
slowly.
but
Right,
but,
yeah.
but
Yeah.
like I said, there's. I mean, right off the bat, it kind of grabs you by the pants.
Yeah, because she's sitting there in the office and
Yeah. Like right
out of the corner of her eye, she kind of like does a double take, and you're like, was that?
All right, so spoiler alert. We're going to probably talk some details now. So if you're listening
you kinda have
and
to.
you haven't seen this movie, we're going to go into some details.
Yeah, so pause this and watch this. It's a good movie.
Yes.
We all recommend it.
Absolutely. Absolutely worth watching. To me, the most disturbing part of it all is I am very uneasy about the mental health state in the United States, right?
Right, yeah.
And this made me even more concerned than ever because the underlying theme was for-profit mental health.
Right, yeah.
Yep.
And it was
They were just checking
fucking,
people in.
Yeah, it was fucking
So they could
terrifying.
take the insurance money.
Yeah.
Like she had no idea she was getting checked in. She
Just
just
like-
went to like find out.
Yeah, and when she went in for the 24-hour evaluation, first of all, they signed her in and she didn't even know. She spoke to that doctor and he's like, well, you got violent with people. Now it's 7 days. And I'm like, holy fuck.
Yeah, you wanted to kill yourself.
That's where you get
you wanted to
fucked.
kill
Yeah.
yourself, and
Yeah, because then all of a sudden I got anxious because I'm thinking,
yeah.
if you ever go in for like a 24-hour evaluation, you could be there for the rest of your fucking life.
Right.
As long as the insurance company's paying, you're there.
Especially if like they shoot you up with some stuff, like you're like half like comatose, like
And the thing that made it worse is that, so they were giving her appropriate drugs, probably.
right,
yes,
But then now her stalker,
or what she thinks is her stalker, because we're not sure yet. We're not
Yeah.
sure if he really is or not. Like,
he's slipping her something extra
yeah,
that's really making her out of her mind. That's fucked up.
that
Yeah.
was
And
crazy
that really fucked-
cinematography too, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
when she's,
oh
like,
yeah, that was
buzzing off or
trippy. That
whatever,
was
so
like really
like You
trippy.
can see her head, and she's like talking. And it's like,
Yeah, yeah. And it would like flash around where she's like looking and
there's like
everything's
trailing, and it's
Yeah.
like,
Yeah, I actually
"Ooh."
felt like I was you
Yeah.
know kind of losing a little
Yeah.
bit for that those shots.
But all the underlying theme of the healthcare system,
It's
mental
like
health.
the prison system
made
too,
me fucking
sorta, kinda,
nervous.
Well, yeah,
right?
and then
'Cause
she-
that's a business.
Then she tried to get help, and the cops didn't give a shit. Like they showed up and like another one
yeah,
of the crazies
someone calls all the time
trying
trying to get out. Da, da, da.
Yeah, they were kind of dicks, and then her mom, she tried, and well,
Yep.
Even just given all that happened with the stalker and everything, I still believe the whole message of the horror movie is the healthcare system. Because even at the end, when we finally found out that the African American gentleman that she was talking
he was an undercover
to
reporter.
is an undercover reporter, and somebody found his reports in a notebook, right?
Right,
Outlining the things that were going on in there.
right,
And once it was taken to the administrator of the hospital, she just tucked it away.
yeah.
And then when the cops found it at the end, they arrest her because that is fucked up. The whole thing made me very uneasy, like more so than even that stalker dude who was really fucking creepy.
Yeah, he was
Yeah.
like super creepy,
and he played a super fucking major
yeah.
creep.
Yeah.
I mean he did it well.
and like he was creepy when he was just kind of sitting there like slyly smiling at her as he was drugging her,
yeah,
and he got way creepier. Like
Yes.
like oh Jesus! I was like
Yes.
motherfucker,
Yes.
you wanted that guy to die
yes.
by the
And
end
then
of the movie.
every time that you saw the head of the orderly saying you are so good, what would we do without you?
Oh, yeah.
I was like,
Just-
fucking motherfucker.
And that's sort of reality too. Isn't
Yes.
it?
Yeah.
And meanwhile, he's slipping extra pills into people's fucking daily med
and
dose.
he's planning like to like take her away.
Yeah.
Like he's got this whole plan
Yeah.
where they're gonna live together happily
Yeah.
ever after.
Yeah.
You're like, what the fuck?
And he's the reason that she wound up in
Right.
solitude. And that's why he was like, solitary confinement, this way I can take her. And he's like, oh, don't worry, I disabled the cameras.
Yeah.
I was like, what the fuck?
Like, well, where the hell is the rest of the staff? Like, are they that? Well, again, that goes back to the healthcare system.
Yes.
they're probably understaffed.
Absolutely.
So they brought this guy in because hey, this guy seems pretty legit. You know,
yeah, he's got this resume that says
he
he's
likes
some
to
other
work
hospital.
extra hours.
Yeah.
yeah, great. He wants to take some time for me so I can go out and like have a personal life. Yeah,
Yeah.
sure. Come on in, guy. Yeah.
Yeah, that was fucking.
I was like, where the hell's everybody else in this hospital at?
Yeah.
Like,
The inspiring part, though, is when she finally took control. And she started rubbing into his face that he's a virgin.
Yeah.
Oh, man. And he got so fucking mad.
what's there's that word for those guys, incel, right? Isn't that the word for
Yeah. I
don't know.
for
Is
dudes
it?
like that? I think
Is it?
it's those it's it's that word for guys who are trolls online who
Yeah.
like incel. I think is they're
Interesting.
sexually inactive by choice. I think that's what it is, right? That's
Yes.
that's the term incel. It's
Wow.
one of those new terms that I just recently learned.
I never heard it.
Yeah.
I'll have to look it up.
So the
Something
trolling community online, the people that
Incel.
harass girl video game players and stuff like that. Yeah,
Yeah.
incel.
because they've never actually met a girl, and that's what basically what's happening here. Is
Yeah.
that he fell in love with this girl that was
Taking
a
care of
nurse
his-
taking care of his dad.
Yeah. And he fell in love with her because she was doing her job and
Yeah.
she was nice.
Yeah, and he just had these fantasies about her.
Them living together
yeah,
like
he was gonna
forever.
take her to this cabin,
Middle
and
of
I was like,
nowhere.
"What the fuck, man?"
In Pennsylvania to boot.
Yeah, right. That's what
Yeah,
I was right. It was in
yeah.
Pennsylvania.
And then she's like, "Well, before you do that, you better fucking figure out your junk."
Yeah, because I don't,
Yeah. How do you know you're even gonna like sex?
and it was kind of weird because that girl that he brought down, I didn't really dig that chick anyway because
Yeah.
she was kind of a crazy.
Oh, she was a bitch.
She was a
though.
crazy bitch.
Yeah.
So I was like, whatever happens to her, I'm good with it.
But if you think about it, the girl was very wise. The main character was very wise because that girl carried a fucking shiv.
yeah, she knew. Yeah,
So she was like, if I get her down here,
Yep.
I got the shiv,
right.
and I will fucking take care of the dude. And what did she do? She reached around, grabbed the shiv, and bam, right in the fucking neck. But the thing is, didn't kill him.
Yeah, she must have got him in a
Yeah.
Yep.
Totally missed
it's
the
merely a flesh wound.
yeah. But damn, was that
And that was the other good thing that this did too. Like it had that part, but then there was the second ending. Like when you
Yes.
think, she's gonna get away.
Yep,
No, she doesn't get away. Yeah, so I liked it. I thought it was really good.
yeah, it was great.
There
It
was
was really
some
good.
tension there too, like with Hereditary, where you're like sort of on the edge of your seat. a little bit
Absolutely,
sometimes.
absolutely. And there was a lot of tension every time it went to waiting.
Yep.
Waiting.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, we had
Forgot
some,
about that part.
The fucking
We had some
internet kept
some
dying.
Wi-Fi connectivity issues
Yeah.
during the showing.
Wait, is your box connected Wi-Fi or hardwired?
It's hardwired.
All right.
Yeah, mine's
That was
Wi-Fi,
weird.
so I get that.
your internet was just like fucking slow for a while there.
Yeah, so actually it's not a very long film. It's like what, maybe an hour and a half tops,
no,
if
it
that.
was. It was.
But
like
ours
an
was
hour
actually like an hour and
27.
50 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it paused a couple times because of the streaming.
I never had a problem. I really never did.
Well, that
Yeah,
was
I don't-
was
I don't
that
know.
was Amazon, right? Or was
Yeah.
That, yeah.
Well, I don't watch Amazon, so I couldn't even give you a valid.
You may have the same issue. Like I said, I
Yeah.
watch Netflix. I have no problem with Netflix.
Yeah, you'd think with the kind of loot that they're bringing in that they could
Fuck yeah.
their streaming
Dude, they
service.
run that off of AWS. They have the biggest computer cloud in the world.
So you think their streaming service would be a bit more tight?
Yeah. And number two that's behind them is Microsoft Azure, and they're behind them by like fucking 10 times.
Really?
Yeah.
It's like
Amazon is
it's like
so
the
fucking
U.S.
big.
Defense Department compared to like the next 10.
Yeah, it's almost like my biggest fear is my business being lost to Amazon. So I've got AWS certified this year, so I know my shit on there. I can engineer solutions on AWS now.
Sweet.
Yeah, because don't want to lose that job. But yeah, I don't know why it had to be something with like. And here's the thing: you got two, adolescent girls in your house
Yeah, they were up in their room.
on their
FaceTiming
iPads
or-
yeah, all that
Or
shit.
Instagramming
Yeah.
or
You get the same problem I have, which is I got my son up here playing video games, my daughter's in her room watching Hulu, and I'm downstairs trying to watch Netflix.
yeah, video games eat up a lot of
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, so it was a great movie.
I felt bad, but
Yeah, it's
Definitely-
all right.
But I definitely recommend that people watch it because it was worth it. And
Oh,
I
yeah,
think
for
the
sure.
director and the writer deserve some cash, so watch that movie.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what they made. Maybe I looked it up because I'm kind of interested.
I wouldn't think it would be that big of a budget. Definitely their advertising budget wasn't that big because, I mean...
no. But there was maybe two. Who we said the mother? She was.
Oh, yeah. I did recognize her.
There was two or three.
Oh.
And the guy from Saturday Night Live.
No, and also Matt Damon.
Oh yeah.
Matt Damon was in for
Forgot
like
about
5 minutes.
Yeah, that was a weird cameo.
Right?
Yeah.
It was really weird.
But
Yeah.
it was a good one.
It
though,
must have been
wasn't
like
it?
a
It was-
favor to the
He
director
played like
or
a
some shit.
private eye or something like that,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, no,
Or
he was a
security
security
expert.
expert.
Well, don't forget,
That was-
she was originally from Boston, so there might be a connection
Oh, yeah, maybe.
Maybe, yeah.
with the writer director. They might be from Boston. Or,
Yeah, I was like shocked. I'm like, holy shit, Matt Damon? What the?
Yeah.
Because I don't even think they used him at all to push the movie.
Yeah, so it turns out opening weekend it made $3 million.
Hmm.
It was only in 2023 theaters.
What was the budget?
I don't see the budget on
No.
here, but their total domestic take was 7,700,000.
That's not bad.
Yeah, so they definitely had to have spent less than $7 million.
I would
on the
think.
movie.
I
It
mean-
didn't have like great special effects or anything.
There's not a lot of
And then they pulled in 6 million foreign, so the total worldwide was $14 million.
That's a pretty good draw.
Yeah. So
I would say if I had to guess, probably they spent like $6 million to make it.
the weekend that it came out was ranked number 11. It was
It came out against some rough competition, if I
Dude,
remember
it
right.
came out against Pacific Rim 2 and a bunch of other shit. So
Yeah, if I remember correctly, when it came out, there was a whole bunch of other really good shit that came out at that time.
Yeah. So not bad. I mean, it probably didn't do a horrible take, but $14 million, it was worth seeing.
yeah, for sure.
Even if you get it on streaming like Amazon or something.
Well, that's what it was. Yeah, it was Amazon.
Yeah, it's
so
like a couple bucks or something like that. Or was it part of their?
No, it
It
was
was
Prime.
part-
It was a
it
Prime.
It's on
movie.
Prime. All
Yeah.
right,
Yeah.
so that makes it even better. If you
That's
got
too
Amazon
good.
Prime, you just
That's
get it.
some two, like, because they had Hereditary on Prime too. So there's like two good horrors now that they've
Yep.
newer
and,
ones.
And
that-
Prime is one of those things where so many people have it but don't watch the videos. You have Prime for
their,
the shipping.
Their video selection's typically not the best,
Yeah.
but they've been getting some okay ones.
Yeah, their
like,
horrors typically B stuff.
Yeah.
It's not a lot of.
Yeah, I don't watch it much because I've been slowly adopting. I have an Apple TV and I've been slowly adopting. They have this app called Television, and it takes feeds from all the different services you have
Mhm.
and presents them in one interface.
Oh, that's good.
But Amazon refuses to let them integrate it into their interface, so Amazon doesn't get watched.
Yeah.
Mm.
Does anybody have Shutter?
I have not gotten it yet.
I did the demo. I did the 30-day trial.
trial?
And
good?
there was some good stuff on
Yeah.
there, but it wasn't enough for me to pay that price.
Yeah, I was
for
gonna say
them.
it's a bit pricey, right?
But that's the problem is
I think it's as much as
with all these
Netflix.
services
Yeah.
spinning out like this, then where do you spend your money?
Yeah,
You wind up spending as
Like,
much
'cause-
as you would with regular cable.
because Hulu with advertisements is only like $6. I could do that.
Yeah. And
Shutter,
I have an ad blocker on my network that when I'm watching Hulu movies, the little timer, it goes 1, and then the movie starts
Oh,
again.
nice.
Yeah, so it blocks the ads from
Sweet.
Hulu.
How much is Hulu with advertising?
With advertisements, it's like $6 or $7 a month, but when you take away the advertisements, it's like $15 a
Yeah.
month.
Okay.
Which
Then there's what, Tubi? You ever see that one?
no,
TBI?
what's that one?
That's free, but it has advertisement.
Huh.
It's like 1 or 2 advertisements in the movie.
I have AT&T Watch TV. It's called.
Yeah.
That gives me 30 live stream channels, and then I have Amazon Prime, Hulu, and Prime. I think is still $100 a year.
Yep.
Yeah, I think
99.
so.
I heard they were going to
It
raise
used to be
though.
like 99.
I heard
or
they were going to
80.
raise it though, but yeah.
It's probably going to go like that 120. if
Well,
I
he's
get
getting
around.
divorced now. She's taking half his shit, so he's got to raise the price.
Yeah, like the money he has.
But yeah,
isn't
like I
enough.
said, I think Netflix does good with their horror. I mean, their original stuff, of course, but
Netflix is killing it.
yeah.
If there's someone to beat, it's got to be Netflix.
I'd like to see some more classics though, like movies like Strange Brew or
You know, the biggest problem with that
Slapshot.
is these big corporations that own those
Yeah.
movies are not willing to give
Yeah.
them up, no matter
Yeah.
what.
Right.
It's like you either choose no revenue or some revenue, and you're choosing no
None.
revenue.
Right, yeah.
And people like me who are technologically understanding enough, I go, all right, you're not going to sell it to me. I'm going to steal it.
yeah.
If I can't get it anywhere else, I'll download it from somewhere in Europe.
Yeah, and that's why you don't see like the Halloween's and the Nightmare on
Yeah.
Elm Streets on Netflix. You know what I mean? It's like
And this is why VPN services sell like mad. I don't know if you see how many VPN service advertisements are all the time,
yeah,
but that's what I use. VPN service, you connect to it, and it looks like you're in Germany,
yeah.
Mm.
even though you're actually in the U.S.
So when you're stealing shit, they don't know.
They don't know. Yeah, they can't.
It privatizes where you're coming from, and then it makes it look like you're not stealing it while you're in the U.S. You're stealing it in
And
another
it's like,
country.
It's like $7 a month.
And if you go to if you pick Norway and you can find what you want there, there's the copyright laws are not the same over there, so you could steal it and not get in trouble.
Ah,
So
nice.
And then my VPN,
Socialism.
my VPN lets me pick one of 15 countries, so I can pick from 15 different countries to make it look like I'm coming from there.
Sweet.
Yeah, and it sells like mad. And mine, most of those are like $7 a month. I have some friends that use
Bless you.
the streaming services like that, but they pay $7.95 a month for the
Yep.
VPN.
Mm-hmm.
Mine came with my wireless router. It's pretty cool.
Sweet.
All right, next month.
Did you have anything in mind?
No,
We didn't do
I
horror.
was thinking
We didn't do comedy horrors yet. Did we?
no, we didn't.
That might be a good one.
Yeah.
There's
Let's
a
go
lot of
for
those
that.
out there.
Oh yeah.
I was gonna maybe suggest Sleeper, like movies that nobody sees that are really good. But I like comedy horror. Let's do that.
Let's do that one. We'll do sleepers next time because that's another good idea. Comedy horror.
I always like, I said
Or horror comedy, whichever,
Horror, comedy, horror.
Yeah.
I got one that I watched a million times as a kid and still watch it now that I bet you guys don't even know, or if you do, you don't remember it.
Heavy breathing in a bag over his head.
Oh, I love that one.
That's my favorite.
That
That's
one
my
was
all-time
good. That
favorite.
one was good.
There's a lot of good ones out there, and I'm a horror guy, but I love comedy horror too. Like it's probably one of my favorites.
Yep.
And then there's those
Said
ones that
heavy
weren't
breathing in
meant to
them.
be horror comedy, but
They
they're
turn
just-
out funny
yeah.
anyway. They suck so bad they're funny.
Because it was sort of scary at the same time as you know what I mean. It was,
Yeah, there's actually quite a few that like besides being funny, they're kind of a decent horror too.
Yeah. All right. Good. That's a good top 5. Have we had plans for a movie? Are we going to look at
Pet Cemetery.
Pet Cemetery? That's March.
April 5th.
Wait, that comes out April.
Yeah.
That's no good. We need something in March.
Well, if we can't find a theater one, and I got plans for Saturday night, so we can't do the.
Yeah, I'm going to go see that.
All right, I wanted to.
Because I've never seen it. I'm
Kim had asked
interested.
me last week about going out with our friends, and I said, "Yeah, no, I don't think we have anything." And so we
Eh.
made the plans, and I was like, "Oh shit!"
That's
So-
all right.
But if not, we could always like do.
Whose turn is
I
it?
think it's mine.
Is it?
I think so.
Because I did December.
I think the last one we did at my
did
house was
Unsane.
who's watching. Who's watching?
That's right. That's right. Okay. He's
the hell?
watching Oliver.
Oliver, yeah.
Oh yeah,
Fucking
that's been a
great movie.
while.
That was.
You know what? That is still our number 1 downloaded episode. So
I actually thought about watching that movie again. No, just that old lady,
Yeah.
it is fucked up.
sick
It
bitch.
is really fucked up.
Yeah. So if there's not like one coming out into the theaters, we just do my
Well,
place.
Find something online. All right.
Yeah.
And it's your pick.
No,
so
Peel movie's coming out this month.
Us.
Yeah.
Oh,
this month?
Double check that. No.
oh, there's that other one too. Greta, that's coming out.
I saw that one.
And what was the other one? The old black lady. I posted it on the website.
Yes, I remember that one
I
too.
forgot about that one. That one looks kind of funny. Not funny, scary too.
Maybe I'm wrong.
She buys the booze for those kids and like brings them to that party, and then ends up like, what the fuck was that called? Shit. Yeah, there's actually a couple. Like I think Greta might come out this.
It releases March 22nd. So
What's that?
Us.
Us.
It says it's trending towards a 35 million plus opening weekend based on.
So we could do that the 22nd, and then
Just hit
the show that
podcast right away.
following
Yeah.
Tuesday or Thursday.
look at what we got there.
What day of the week? Well, that would be.
Yeah, I
like a
can't do. I
Thursday
think
or
my
Friday,
March
right?
my March weekends are all pretty much booked. So,
Yeah.
So
I
the
do-
22nd is a Friday, the opening night.
You think maybe they'll do Thursday? Because I could do the Thursday night before.
If we can get into a theater that has it, yeah.
Oh wait, actually the 22nd I'm free actually.
And then we can do the podcast on the 28th. Does that work?
Yeah.
Yeah, that works.
All right. Done. Sold.
Woohoo!